start your, oh wait, my hair's all fuzzy. How do you start your day? Do you start it with, oh my God? Do you start it with, oh my God? Or do you start it with, oh my, that'd be a great way to start a day. Hey, hello, good morning, it's Barbie Lee. It is Shake Talk time. And today is Shake Day. I've had 2 cleanse days. And in all actuality, in all honesty, so when I do my detox cleansing days, it's 2 days. It starts with my last shake on Sunday night. So whatever the night is, this week was Sunday. So it starts with Sunday night. So my last shake is like 7 p.m. And then bloop, 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 until Wednesday morning, I have another shake. Okay. However, yesterday I was dealing with a migraine. Don't like migraines. So I needed to break my fast with a shake, which is really cool because I have that option, right? I might have put too much water in there. That's okay. All right. So we also broke our blender. So I'm down to shaking my shakes. It's fine. I'm a big girl. The blender should arrive tomorrow. So my question is, how do you start your days, right? So I have been up since 4:44. Yes, you heard that right, 4:44. And now it's just after 8:44. So I've already been up 4 hours. My day is like halfway gone. It's not really halfway gone, but it's already 4 hours in. So how do you start your day? What are you thinking? What are you doing? Okay, remember when you make a shake, you got to swirl it first before you can shake it. Because otherwise, it gets all stuck up. See, I'm going to shake it more, but otherwise it gets stuck all in there. Okay, I need a couple ice cubes. Hold on. So, how do you, shit, oops, I cussed, oops, sorry. Well, I cuss all the time. How do you start your day? Do you start it with an alarm ringing and you go, ugh, I gotta start my day, I gotta go to work, these are things I need to do. I texted my friend this morning and I was like, why are you up? Because like I texted her at 7:30 my time, which made it 6:30 her time. I was like, that's crazy time for her. And she's trying to get up earlier so she has some peace and quiet before the kids wake up. I was like, that's a good reason to get up earlier. There's a whole trend, the 5 a.m. club. I get up at 5 a.m., but not for the reasons that those 5 a.m. people try and get up. So I have a little bit of a different of a lifestyle. Y'all know that. And if you'd like a lifestyle more where you have a little more freedom, please talk to me about Isagenix and network marketing and quality of life assurance because I have a pretty good quality of life. Anywho, so what is it that you think first thing in the morning? What is it that you do first thing in the morning? Do you like reach for your phone and start scrolling through emails or through Facebook? Or do you jump out of bed and jump in the shower and chug a coffee and run out the door? Like, what is it that you do to start your day? Because I'm going to let you know a little secret. Are you ready for the secret? Say, we're ready, Barbie Lee. I'm trying to adjust this here. Hold on. The secret is this. How you start your day is how your day starts. That sounds funny, right? Yeah, let me move that down. That sounds funny, right? How you start your day is how your day starts. But then it's how it continues and how it goes on and how your afternoon goes and how your evening goes and all kinds of things. Now, can you change it throughout the day? Of course you can. You can change your thoughts, you can change your ideas, you can change your habits, you can change your job, you can change your relationship, you can change where you live. It's all kinds of changes that you can make. But it starts with up here. This thing up here, this brain, this mind connection. So most mornings, I'm going to say 6.8 out of 7 mornings. Because sometimes I only do a little bit of it and sometimes I do like an hour. I typically start my day with some form of meditation. And sometimes I listen to things. I love listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza or Esther Hicks and when she channels Abraham. And sometimes I just go into my mantra. That is, I am happy, I am healthy, I am divine. The universe and I, we are aligned. I am rich, I am smart, the world is mine. Everything comes to me in the perfect time, and the perfect time is now. And I do that. And sometimes I'll just do that. I was singing and dancing up on the roof this morning, if you saw my pictures. But I was singing and dancing up on the roof this morning, singing, I am happy, I am healthy. Because that raises my vibration. That keeps me grounded in the knowing that life is juicy and delicious. Life is meant to be juicy and delicious. So when I listen to a meditation in the morning, right? So I started with Blessing of the Energy Centers with Dr. Joe Dispenza. And if anyone's ever done them, they're like an hour and a half, and they have to breathe. And there's an expression, you know that expression, get your head out of your ass? Well, that's what he does. He gets our head out of our ass, and he takes our emotions out of our body and allows us to process them in our brain and get rid of them with the breath out. And literally, we have to imagine pulling our energy, thoughts, emotions out of the body, into the brain, and let them go, right? And it's about an hour. I usually get annoyed about 40 minutes in. So sometimes I start halfway through, sometimes I listen to the whole thing, and sometimes I just do it on my own, and I just like, all right, get your head out of your ass this morning, Barbie Lee. And it helps. It helps make me feel better. Because if I allowed just these random thoughts to come and penetrate my brain all the time, life would be ugh, right? This is where a lot of people use drugs and alcohol to quote unquote escape. And you know what? Some of you are gonna, send me the private messages. You always do. Even if you just have one glass of wine to wind down, or you smoke a joint because you like how it makes you feel, there's a reason that you need that. And it's not because the reason you think it is, just so you know. Not judging, I'm just saying it's not the reason you think it is. And I know I'm going to get private messages about that one. Anywho, what do you do to start your day? How do you start your day? Who are you when you start your day? Are you the, oh my God, I have to? Or are you the, oh my gosh, I get to kind of person in the morning? Because that will set you up. And if you just wake up and go pee and give it no thought whatsoever, guess what kind of day you're going to have? A day that just shows up for you. A day that everything and everybody else tells you what to do. Now, I can tell you, there's a lot of allure in that kind of life. There really is. Go to a job where somebody tells you what to do. You live in a city because that's where your family is and that's where it's easy to live. You drive a car that, is good on gas and has enough room for, carrying your hockey equipment or your kids, and you just go through life like that. It all starts with how your day starts. Because how your day starts, okay, so for me, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, Barbie Lee wished to never be cold again. And I'm like, no, I want to be warm. I started saying, I want to be warm. I want to be warm. I want to be warm. And I started to focus on, I want to be warm. Well, hello, I live in Playa del Carmen, Mexico now. I lived in Mazatlan for 4 years. Now I'm here in Playa del Carmen. Guess what? I'm warm, right? But before that, before I manifested living in Mexico, because I totally manifested it, I did not plan it. I did not budget for it. I did not research it. I just lived in Mexico because I manifested it. And when the opportunity came up, I took it. And that's the difference, because I was saying, I just want to be warm. I just want to be warm. I want to be warm. I want to be warm. So guess what? We had a hot tub in our carport for the longest time. So in the winter months, husband would go out there and turn it on and get it all ready. And then we'd run outside really fast from the door to the hot tub, which was maybe 3 feet, 4 feet. And we'd jump in the hot tub. And then to get out, we'd have my big, fluffy blue house coat ready. And we'd run back in the house into a hot shower, right? So I could stay warm. And it was lovely. And then we got rid of the hot tub and we got a sauna, an infrared sauna. So anytime I felt a little bit cold, I got to get in the sauna. Do you see that? So my mantra is, I want to be warm, and I manifested a hot tub. Actually, we got a smoking deal on both of those things. I'm just going to tell you. We bought the hot tub at Canadian Tire, I think, for, I don't even remember, like $400. It was, do you remember?
Half price.
It was half price, whatever it was. Like all summer, I kept looking, oh, I want this hot tub. I'm not paying that price though. And then it was like half price. I'm like, totally in. And then the sauna, I think the lady said she used it like 5 times, 6 times or whatever. And she goes, if you can get it out of my basement, you can have it. Dwayne's like, challenge accepted. And you got that for like, so about a third of what everybody was selling them online for. And if you bought them new, they were like $2,000 plus, right? And we got it for like $500. And then we sold it. How much did we sell it for, Dwayne? Yeah. $600. Because it was still a great deal. Anywho.
First come, first serve.
Dwayne said first come, first serve. But here's the thing. Because I think about the things that I want, because I start my day asking for what I want, because I start my day putting into my brain the things that I want, life shows up and gives me the things that I want. That's how life should work. So, what do you want? How are you going to start your day to get what you want today? And then tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then maybe the next 5 years, and then maybe the next 50 years. I don't know. You're going to live anyway. Why not live because you chose it, not because it showed up and you took care of it? Think about it. How do you start your day? If you need better starts to your day, ask me. Icegenics, great start to my day. But my Icegenics starts a couple hours after I wake up, not when I first wake up. Because the first thing I do is feed my mind all the nutritious thoughts I possibly can. And then I feed my body when it's time to feed my body. So how do you start your day? I'd love to know. Share, because if you have a great way to start your day, people want to know. Cheers.